Hi everyone, welcome to another interesting tutorial. I'm Dami of T Exclusive Couture. In our class today, we'll be learning how to make these 3 tier layers gathers gown. I made a little bit of modification to the original design, so I made mine to have elastic on the waistline, so it also has a ruffle on the shoulder area. So if this is what you are looking at to learn, please stick to the end of the tutorial. If you are joining us for the first time today, thank you for joining us, and don't forget to click the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell to get notified anytime we have new tutorials. For our returning subscribers, thank you for always coming back. If you'd like to join my WhatsApp group, the link will be in the description box. So if you have any question, don't forget to like, comment, and also share the tutorial. Thank you for joining us, and let's get started. Alright, for the making of the dress now, we are going to be drafting the upper parts on the pattern paper first because of the nature of the fabric I'm using. So I'm using this flower organza fabric. So I have about 10 yards of it now. So because of the nature of the fabric, and for you to be very clear when I'm drafting, I'll be making it on the pattern paper. Alright, so we have the pattern paper here like this. So we're going to be drafting from the shoulder to the waistline. So you get down from the shoulder line, you mark out the waistline, whatever it is. So once you mark that out, you're going to be extending it out. So this pattern paper, I have to join it to be very long because of what we are trying to do. Now if you look at the design very well, you notice that on the shoulder line it has pleats pleats on the shoulder line. So to get that pleat, we need to join our pattern paper to make it long. So first you mark on the shoulder line your shoulder divided by 2, you mark it. Then you are going to be determining how long you want your sleeve to be. So for this person, I'm working with a sleeve length of 29 inches, right? So let's say I'm working with 30 inches. So because of the pleat I want to have on the shoulder, I'll be multiplying it by 2. So I have 60 inches on one side of the shoulder. So it's going to be having joining on the center front for both the front and the back. This pattern paper is the same thing we are using for both front and the back. So on one side of the shoulder now, that's from the one shoulder to the sleeve, I have 60 inches. So I'm going to be marking the 60 inches. So by the time we gather it together now, it's going to give us the 29 inches that I want initially. So from where the 60 inches is stopping, I went ahead to mark the sleeve width. So I used 10 inches. So on the wrist is going to be having elastic. So this is enough for the elastic. So now you come to the waistline here and input our waist measurement. So the original waist measurement for those person is 40 inches. But because I wanted to have elastic, that's a little twist in the design. So it's having elastic on the waistline. So I multiply it by 3 to get 120 inches. Then we are going to be dividing it by 4. I want you to have enough pleat also on the waistline. So the 30 inches we got now is what we'll be marking on the shoulder, on the waistline like this. So we have 30 inches for one side. So when you are cutting, you know you have 2 for the front and 2 for the back. So you go ahead and mark the 30 inches. So from your shoulder line on that point now, you go ahead also and mark out your 10 inches that we are using for the shoulder wideness. Then you connect it to the sleeve hem like this. So now these two lines now, we need to connect it together. That's the wideness of the sleeve and the waistline. So you can use your free hand or you can go ahead and use your pattern rule to connect it like this. Alright, so once you are done with this connection now, then we are almost done. So for the neckline, I'm going to be making a V neckline. Though the original design has a round neckline, but I'm making mine to have a V neckline. So I mark out the neck depth and the wideness of the neck, then I connect it together. So this pattern, like I said earlier, is what we'll be using for both the front and also the back. So if you want to make any alteration for yours, you just go ahead and do the alteration. So now go ahead and cut out all of the patterns. So this is what the pattern is looking like after cutting it out. So I'm going to keep this aside now to explain the down part. For the down part now, I'll be using the doll face to get the base of the tier layers that we have. So I folded it in on bias fold. So on the waistline, we are going to be making, the waistline is 40. So because I don't want this to be too full, I will only multiply it by 2 because of the elastic on the waistline, so that I will have enough for the elastic. So my 40 multiplied by 2, I'm getting 80. Then we'll divide it by 4. So this fabric is on fold. So we'll be measuring 20 inches. So on the waistline now, I went out to measure the 20 inches. Then you're going to measure the length of the gown from the waistline. So I marked out mine to get a straight one. So you're just going to mark it across so that you get a straight line for the hem. So you just mark out the length of the gown as seen like this. Alright, so once we are done with that now, whatever you have here, we are going to be dividing it into 3. We have 3 tiers for the down part. So you are dividing whatever we have here by 3. So here I have 33 inches divided by 3. Now I'm getting 11 inches. That means the length of the gathers is going to be 11 inches where the tiers are going to be. So I went ahead to mark out the first 11 inches, then the second one. So we have 3 tier layers for this part. So I just mark out the layers are seen like this. So now the first layer is going to be starting from the waistline. The second one is going to be starting from the first 11 inches I marked using my own measurement, and the third one is going to be starting from the third 11 inches I marked now. So the third layer is not going to be having any lining. So it is on the second 11 inches that I mark here that we are going to be cutting out the lining. So we are only going to be having base for the first and the second tier. The third one is just going to be joined to the hem of that base. So we had allowance to it to cut it out, and I'm following the shape of the fabric folded here like this. So this same base now is what I'll be using to cut the other one. So we have 3 tiers, one from the waist and the way we divided it. So now that we have the base now, I'm going to be explaining how long the tier layers are going to be. So we said we mark 11 inches on the fabric, but because we want the gathers on top of it to cover the joining area, so we are going to be extending it by 5 inches. So from the first joining we had 5 inches to 11, so that means I will have 16 inches, so that is to cover the joining of the second one as seen like this. Then the second one also, for you to cover the joining of the third layers, you're going to be adding 5 extra inches to it also. So the first tier is going to be 16 inches, the second one is going to be 16 inches, and the third one, since it's not covering anything, is going to be 11 inches plus 1 inch to finish the hem. So by first layer 16, the second one 16, using my own measurement. So whatever your measurement is, you just make sure that you add to it, and the third layer is going to be 12 inches, 11 plus 1 inch for the finishing of the hem. So with this now, we know what we are going to be cutting out on our organza fabric. So I'll just go ahead and cut this out on the fabric. So this is what I get after cutting the upper parts on the fabric. So I have both the front and the back here. Like I said, it's going to be having joining on the center front area. So I've notched where the neckline is stopping, and also I've gone ahead to cut the facing to join it. So if you are using organza fabric like mine, just make sure that you are cutting, you go ahead to weave it to avoid fraying of the fabric. So I will turn the neckline and also join it together on the shoulder line. Now I've turned the neckline and joined it together on the shoulder, and also on the hem of the sleeve I've made the elastic casing for the wrist. So now, as our sleeve is still longer than the normal one, so now is to make the soft pleat on the shoulder area, so we'll get the exact sleeve measurements that we are working with. Don't forget me, I'm working with 29 inches as my sleeve length. So whatever length you are working with now, you just go ahead and use your tape and as you are sewing, so that you'll be able to get the exact measurement. So you just make soft splits till you get the measurement. So I'll do it for both sides. This is what it looks like after making the soft split, and also I've gone ahead to put the elastic for the sleeve. So I've done this for both sides now. So the next thing we are going to be doing now is to be joining both the front and the back together on the side. So you just go ahead and join it together by 1 inch allowance, and don't forget to weave the rough edges. Alright, so for the down part now, I've gone ahead to cut the base for both the front, and also I join it together on one side, so we only have one opening on it. So from the waistline, you measure the 11 inches from where the tier layers is going to be starting. So go ahead and mark the 11 inches for the second tier, and the last one is going to be starting from the hem. So you just go ahead and extend out this 11 inches all around, so it will guide you when you are sewing. So now this is the third layer, which is 12 inches that I've cut out. So we're going to be placing it on the hem of the base. Don't forget that the third layer is not going to be having any base. So you make sure right side facing the right side, then you join it together on the base as seen like this. So you just join it round the base and gather the excess fabric that we have for the organza. So for the second layer now, the 11 inches we mark out at the midpoint. You are going to be placing it right side facing the right side like this also, and stitch down, pleating the excess organza that we have there also. And the third layer, which is the upper one starting from the waistline, you just join it together like this. So by this now, you'll be able to cover up all the rough edges. So this is what I have here after joining all the 3 tiers to the base. So I have the first one like this, the second one, and also the third one. So if you're able to get to this point now, then you are good. So I've gone ahead to join it together also on the last side. So we'll bring in the upper part that we have joined together also. So you make sure the right side facing the right side, and make sure that the joining parts are aligned together. So you just sew it round and pleat in all the excess. So here I've gone ahead to join both the upper parts and the down parts together. So the next thing we are going to be doing now is to create the elastic channel we are going to be using for the elastic on the waist. So on one side I left some opening, so we're going to have the elastic channel. I have about 2 inches of it here for 1 inch elastic. So we're going to be making the channel all around the waistline. So just place it on the waistline and sew it on the both sides to create the channel. So here I've gone ahead to fix the elastic on the elastic casing and join it also on the waistline. So this is the finished look. Then this is what it's looking at. It's actually a very beautiful, nice dress, and the gathers we have is very full and everywhere is neat. So this is it on the mannequin, showing the how it's looking like. So thank you for joining us today. I hope you're able to learn something new. Don't forget to comment, like, and also share the tutorial. If you want to ask any question, you can also drop it in the comment section. So thank you for joining us, and we'll see you in the next class.